Well, hello, my good friends and viewers. Thank you for being here. Yes, I am back with the next part of the Seleucid campaign in Total War Rome Remastered. Of course, because of this grizzled voice you hear, it must be the heir of Carthage, no one else. So, thank you for being here. I did take a minute just now to respond to all the comments from the last one, and I appreciate you all. There's some good ones. Some of you are still wanting me to build watchtowers. Another person mentioned that the scythe chariots probably came from blacksmith building, which is interesting. I would have forgotten about that. I do probably need to build more watchtowers. I feel like I'm never really in the best positions to do them. But like, for instance, I could put one here to the south of Susa real quick, right? I think you just have to have a general. Let's see, because I can make it back all on this turn. And if I go to buildings, build a watchtower. There we go. Watchtower. Yeah, that gave me a ton more visibility down here. So we'll try and do that, where we can get a little bit better visibility. So at least we know where the enemy settlement is. We know that it still belongs to Parthia. We could just have a little fun here with our spy and just start screwing around with the settlement. So see what we can do. So we got a spy inside the settlement. Gonna feed us some intel. I have an army that's kind of pushing towards Egypt. I don't know exactly what we'll find when we get there. What I could do, I have some troops training to help secure Jerusalem, but I could kind of send them forward as kind of like a logistics supply chain, right? So as I push forward, we might be able to push those troops forward to kind of act as a replenishment method and potential backup if needed. Though I do expect we probably have Egypt on their heels a little bit, based on the beating that we've given them over the last few turns. We gave Pontus a pretty solid beating up here in Cappadocia as well. And speaking of, let us retrain our troops here. That should be something we're capable of. We now have access to phalanx pikemen as well, which should be cool. We're not going to be able to train them in many places, but we do have access to them. And then we're holding Sardis and Halicarnassus for now. And then I'm just trying to look around and see where I've got a little more than what I need in some places. Like the threat to Damascus should be reduced at this point. So I'm thinking about maybe taking a couple of these units and maybe marching to Antioch, and maybe we can start to prepare an army to invade out at Cyprus and eventually to Rhodes. We would also require a bit of a navy for that, and we'll take care of that when the time comes. Hatra is under siege. It's got 4 turns until surrender, though, and the Armenians are not likely to succeed if I take up the proper defensive positions. And then Seleucia is well defended, and we're building a new counselor's chambers, because that's what it needs, and we're doing a little bit here to try and shore up the happiness at Susa so that I can take my army and go march against Arabia here. So if we can do that, then I'll have no more enemy stacks coming at me down here. We might have some rebel stacks pop up, but no more enemy stacks. And technically, I think we win the campaign when we take Egypt out of action. And that reminds me, by the way, I wanted to check my agents. Let's go into my agent screen here.
Your honor.
So this is one of my merchants. Let's see. He's in Sidon. Is this him? That's one of my merchants. So he's got the mission to go over here and monopolize the glass. It says potential merchant income 0, total value 8. Why would it be 0 now? Earlier it made it sound like it was going to be good. That one says potential merchant income 388. So he's on the way to do that.
Yes?
Huh. Potential merchant income 0. I wonder why it's 0. Merchant income 0. Merchant income 0. Potential merchant income 0. Less than 10 if we go after the incense. Less than 10. Grain is less than 10. For whatever reason, this merchant just doesn't appear like he's going to be able to make money on just about anything. I don't know why that is. Let's go ahead and just do this real quick.
Can I be of
See
service?
what we get there as we
Your honor.
let's see. Trade and monopolize camels, monopolize incense, 50 plus. So why does it show differently on here? That's very strange. And I wish I knew how to tell what he's doing right now. Finance followers. I don't know if it shows. What does auto manage do? Auto manage the merchant? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder if auto manage would be any good.
Sir.
I mean, surely not, but let's see. Syria, 35, 24, Syria. Yeah, Cappadocia. I'm just kind of looking for potential missions here. I mean, it's not much, but we could go monopolize the incense out here. And then I've got this guy on the way to take care of the monopolizing of camels here.
Acquiring goods. Your honor.
Okay, there we go.
All
Alright, let's just see what happens there. It did give us a little more income there, didn't it? So we'll kind of see how that plays out. I need to be doing more with the merchants. I haven't messed with it much, and we honestly should be. Let's see. Speaking of merchants, can I get maybe another one here? Mess with them a little more. So merchant, and then I have a diplomat, I thought, making the long haul march, trying to head west, and then I have another one that we need to get on a boat. Let's go back to our agent screen here. Monopolizing camels, making 388 denarii per turn. Okay, so that's going to tell me
Sir.
what they potentially do. And of course I moved that other one away, so he's not going to be making any money. Okay, so this is the screen where I can see how they're, whether or not they're succeeding. So this monopolizing camels is going to tell me what they're up to. So I've got a diplomat
Can I be of service?
here. Yeah, he's the one that's got the marching orders to go
Can I be of service?
way out and around. And then I've got another diplomat over here who was stuck in the city during the siege.
Sir.
I wonder
Once.
if the Greeks would be willing to take, and I wonder if I can cross right here, by the way, with this diplomat. I don't remember if we can or not. I might go see whether we can. So let's go ahead and see what buildings we need to do here. Let's see here. So we get in the building browser, or actually I'm in the... All right, let's go to buildings. So Hatra is under siege, can't build anything. I clicked on the wrong one. Jerusalem can't build anything either. Bostra can't build anything. So everything that can build something is building something, so we're not missing out on anything in particular. We have a ton of money, so I do think it wise for us to put together another army to go after Cyprus. And we'll continue our push into Egypt, and we'll just kind of continue pacifying some of these other settlements that we just took over. That way we can kind of secure our holdings. Whoa, Egypt got a good-sized army in behind me there, so I guess we will be... That. Oh, I remember that one. So that's the one that had chased me and then disappeared, kind of. And then now they obviously came back out of the fog of war at an inopportune moment for me. All right, well, I guess we'll turn around and... Or I could bring up that other army. We'll figure out how to deal with them. Let's go ahead and fight this battle here. Obviously, I'm not going to let Egypt get in behind me. Plus, if we go defeat that army, that means everything that Egypt has is going to be out in front of me, back towards the Nile. So it's going to make it to where it's going to be a lot easier to control their movements because of the fact that I've taken these settlements that were potentially able to attack me from different angles. I started a deployment. They only have 2 rams. They don't have... They do have a cataphract archer. Wow. Dang, that's a dangerous unit. I'm glad we're not fighting that out on open ground. All their crap is mostly weak, other than the Eastern General and the cataphract archer. I think I'm just going to take them on right here at the gates. They've only got 2 battering rams, so I don't expect they're going to be able to do very well against my wood chipper formations. And I'm gonna just do something like this. We should be good. Okay, yeah, we should be good here. don't think we need to deploy anything else. Let's start the battle. I could defend on the town center, but again, there's just really no need. And this will give me a little room to hopefully not have that issue with the bunching up and they just come blasting through my formation. And speaking of, we'll do this here. We'll kind of have like a 3-unit wood chipper formation here.
Hoplite militia. Howdy. Hoplite militia.
I'll do this. I'll move one over here.
Militia hoplite.
All right, there we go. Let's fast forward. Get all of our units into position. And then I've got reinforcing units kind of in between both. So that should leave me in good shape. So it's total 6, 7, 6, 7. Yep, got all my units up here. Just make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, Armenia is going to be terrible at beating us in siege because they just don't have the appropriate troops to take these phalanx out. Now, actually, they do if they would bring a lot of archers. And they could sit back and bombard me with missiles like this. You can see it's hurting me. Like I already had a couple of guys drop. Just Sarmatian mercenaries getting cut down by my pikes. And then this other breach now opened in the walls here as well. And the good old-fashioned wood chipper formation is effective. The cataphract archers are in. They have a lot of armor, so it may take, you know, a hot second before they get cut down by the pike phalanx. That's just kind of to be expected here. Even though they're getting poked by a lot of spears, that armor, you know, makes a big difference. It's interesting, the cataphract archers not pulling a mace, so they must be a little different in melee than the cataphracts. For those of you who don't remember, the cataphracts on this game have a secondary melee weapon that if you do an alt attack click with it, it will they'll pull out a mace which has an armor penetrating value that is very good. So cataphracts are kind of a cool dual purpose unit on this game because of the way that they charge really well, but then they follow up after the charge really well against armored units as well. All right, yeah, well, we are easily beating back the Armenian forces. I'm just going to fast forward and let the whoa. I don't remember giving anybody an attack order here, so let's just calm down there. Pretty sure everybody is on defensive mode, so that seems like a glitch. Alright, those cataphract archers are coming back for more, and I wasn't quite into a phalanx position because of that, so that's irritating. But we've got a chain route started again. I'm thinking I might actually move this. Well, that's my general, so I won't. I might. Oh, if I move that unit, it's going to get in the way. If all these guys will start routing, I might move this unit to kind of shore up. I don't even think we need to. I'm not going to mess with it. I guess I will real quick because everybody's routing. I'm going to go ahead and move this unit into position as well and just make this wood chipper even more dense. There we go. So here comes the Eastern General. We should see the enemy commander drop here in a minute. Yeah, see, the Eastern General has the mace. And again, that is a dangerous unit, Eastern General. Let's continue, see if we get lucky and kill the enemy general on the way out the door here. Sometimes we do. There he goes. Oh, no, he's still alive. Oh, there he goes. All right, sweet. We were kind of getting teased there. All right, the enemy general went down with the ship, even though there wasn't a ship, but I approve nonetheless. Let's exit the battle. So very good outcome for us there. And like I said, not surprising. We had appropriate troops there for defending. And Armenia is going to, like I said, really struggle unless they use their archers properly to get any headway towards us there. Okay, so Jerusalem, we're going to have to double back. We're either going to have to double back or pull reinforcements from elsewhere. This might actually be a tricky defense if we don't get up there quickly. My only other options would be to run something up from Petra or just to fight my way back this way, and I think I'm just going to have to fight my way back this way. leaves one other small Egyptian army that could kind of follow me this way, but I've got to get back here and convince this Egyptian army that this siege is not going to happen, and then I'm going to have to chase them down. Should have built a watchtower back over here. Alright, so we should throw a side chariot into this army over here just because we have plenty of money. It takes 2 turns to recruit, but we have to kind of stick around at Petra for another turn or so anyway, in order to kind of get the public order headed in the right direction. So let's actually go check out things in Susa. I've now been able to train a few garrison units. We've built a couple buildings. Susa is going to be able to stabilize without us remaining there, which means that we really ought to head deeper into Parthian territory and see if we can come and take out this Parthian settlement back here. It's going to take us multiple turns to march there. Parthia is keeping some forces around us at Seleucia. We're suffering a little bit of a public order issue here. I'm going to train a couple more units. That'll take my population down a little bit, increase my garrison, and hopefully stabilize that situation. Once we finish the Counselor's Chambers, it should improve a lot. Did Armenia take control of the watchtower? I think they did. Yeah, I think Armenia took control of the watchtower. I think you can do that whenever they're kind of out there unmanned like that. I could be wrong. So Pontus has some troops that may still try and go around me there. Let's take... What is this force here? Just 3 units. Let's... I'm gonna take just a few units here. Yeah, it's just some Eastern infantry. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this because auto-resolve is really horribly unfair. And we'll pop some watchtowers up here too. Give me better line of sight in this vicinity to keep an eye on Pontus. So let's see here. Oh wow, what a hill. Something uphilling. So here we go. I'm gonna deploy a little bit to the side and then run up the hill because the AI will probably deploy if they're towards the top of it. And I'll kind of run up the hill and even up the ground with them quickly. That is a huge height gradient, and even though those are Eastern infantry, we ideally do not wish to fight them on that kind of height gradient. The height gradients do make a big difference on Rome 1. I don't remember quite how much difference, but like I know for like ranged units, it's pretty insane. Hill like this, you'd be able to launch arrows way beyond your normal range. And I'm pretty sure it would be significant in a melee fight. We're going to be in a warmed up state because of... I'm going to move my archers into range. I'm going to do a little bit of teasing with the militia cavalry here too. I'll just push up a little bit farther. Turn off the skirmish mode on these two. I'm gonna leave them pikes up for just a second, let those units rest, and I'm gonna come chuck some javelins here just to get their attention. Like I said, my archers should open fire here as well. So I'm gonna enter my phalanx formation and run back around here. Alright, let them go back and rest. I'm gonna go do another harassment run here, and we're just gonna torment this Eastern infantry just because I can. There's really no reason not to. So we'll use our Jav Cav here. Run away, fools. There we go. A little bit slow to turn, but they did. I'm just gonna come back in and keep harassing here. Huh. I guess my javelins or archers accidentally killed some of my own men there. Had a little bit of friendly fire. Might have to get ourselves an IFF transponder. Alright, there we go. So still just kind of releasing all the missile punishment I can. We used our javelins, so the Jav Cav is no longer viable as a harassment force. That would just be means for us to chase the enemy down. It looks like we are fresh, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the phalanx formation set for the incoming charge. The AI, of course, couldn't maneuver itself out of a paper bag, and these guys are gonna come right onto the front of my Sarissas, where they're going to earn a PhD in being impaled by multiple Sarissas at once. It is really quite a graduate program, something they should be proud of, no doubt. Well, there we go. That's the end of that. I'm gonna hunt these goons down and completely and utterly destroy them. No survivors, dead men tell no tales, and so on. My archers are still shooting over here, that's funny. You're gonna kill my own horses, quit it. There you go, good job, archers. There were no survivors. They only inflicted 2 casualties, so I would say that that was a success. We'll drop a watchtower over here and then see if we can make our way back to the settlement all in the same turn. I don't know that there's a whole lot to be seen over here, but I mean, having a watchtower somewhere in the vicinity can't be a terrible thing, I don't think. Alright, let's confirm that watchtower. Yeah, it gives me nice line of sight all in this area. I think now what I'm going to do is take yet another force and do something like this, like kind of just march this direction. And I'm going to take this army and go ahead and come back in the settlement, and we'll pop another watchtower out over here. And that gives me line of sight all the way to Sinope, or however you say that. And I'm now going to go ahead and jump back into here. So now I've got really good line of sight in that vicinity. So that's going to leave me in pretty solid condition. Let's see, I trained another merchant. I think it was here at Sidon.
Can I be of service?
Let's see if we can find any somewhat lucrative missions. We got monopolizing iron over there and monopolize silk. That is in Syria. Let's see what else is available. Ooh, 200 plus to monopolize the incense. Information obscured by the fog of wars. 200 plus monopolize incense. 200 plus monopolize silk at Assyria? Cappadocia, Sinai. 200 plus to monopolize camels in the Sinai. So that would be this one down here. Let's pick something a little closer home, like so this incense. Is that one that we're already headed to though, in Nabatea? No, that's that one down there. So let's confirm that mission. And so then that means got this one set. So let's go take a look at our agent screen again. So we are monopolizing incense. This is making 0 per turn. Making 96 per turn.
Can I be of service?
Is this the guy who was...
Awaiting your command.
Did we already monopolize something here? Hold on. I'm confused. Where was the guy we just moved? Was this the guy we moved on to the incense? Agent is moving. Monopolize camels was the mission. See, that's the same incense that he was headed to. It's camels. Trade at Tarsus. Let's go do some work on the silver over here. Maybe that'll be something for us to do. I'll kind of send him off on different missions. I'm trying to keep an eye on... It's like, it says he's not making any on that incense. It said we were going to make money on it, so I don't know. I'll wait and see what's going on. This guy's making 55 denarii per turn. It's weird that they say they're making that money. I don't know, like, what we're doing. Anyway, I'm gonna keep messing with it. I don't know exactly how that stuff works. Would the Greeks be willing
Yes, my lord.
to make a peace treaty?
Our patience is limited.
Nope. Apparently they wish to die in larger numbers. And to that I say, I will oblige. If you insist on being killed in larger numbers, then I will kill you in larger numbers. Let's see, how we're doing down here. We can retrain these troops now, so let's do that. Our income just dropped a little bit. Did we get something? Jerusalem's under siege. That may be part of the reason.
Orders. Prepare for battle.
Wait a minute, we haven't ended our turn.
My lord.
Move back to Antioch with this army.
Yes, Strategos.
I thought we did end a turn, though.
Destroy them.
Huh. Could have sworn we did end the turn. Maybe I am crazy and I just don't remember it. Well, whatever. Let's take a look. We did end a turn because there's buildings that are finished and we got like messages over here. How come that army can't move? Are they blocked by something? We got most advanced faction, by the way, so that's good. Speaking of, someone said that there's a... They reminded me that there's a faction summary right here. So in terms of factions, like it's kind of giving an overall ranking, terms of, so that's ranking, diplomatic, overall ranking, your faction, all factions, living factions, top 5 factions, which is us and the Brudii and Scipii. So, and who else is that going to be here? So, okay, the Julii, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then looks like Spain. And we are going to be pretty powerful here. It's like our score is right here under the 160,000. As far as, you know, our ranking goes, and look at all the factions. So the Brudii are the only ones ranking above us right now, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. Like, it means we're in a pretty darn solid position. So feeling pretty happy with that. We've got that diplomat headed that way. So the Greeks did not want anything to do with our plan of peace. So I'm just going to head this way. Okay, this is another Pontic settlement. I expected it could be, potentially. I'll see whether or not we can pass through here. I don't know that we can without a ship there or something. Do I have to attack with this army in the settlement and then get the reinforcements?
Yes, Strategos. Attack.
Yeah, we do get the reinforcements. Okay, let's do this and go ahead and put this army down. They do have a unit of Bedouin archers, which is going to be irritating, but this is interesting. They've only got 1 unit of chariots, which means they're going to be in rough shape. So I think we're going to put a pretty end to them here, so let's go ahead and do that. And then I'll retrain that army at Jerusalem quickly and be on our way, essentially. So let's take care of business here. I feel like we're making, like, really, we're getting close to victory. It would just be my feeling with the way things are here. So we're going to get reinforcements. Could just wait here until those reinforcements show up. Start the
Your
battle.
reinforcements have arrived. This is
They are coming
hopeful
from
news
all the way
indeed.
across the map. Sorry, other side over here. All right, yeah, here comes our reinforcements. Ooh, we got our scythe chariots. We're going to be able to put to pretty good use, I think. We'll try and put them to use, at least running down fleeing soldiers, if not like a full-on blast with it. We're waiting on some more of our troops to become available, so let's do that. I'll go ahead and run some of my cavalry ahead just because we can. Alright, looks like we just have one more pike unit that's got to come onto the map. One of those is inside the settlement, I believe. It is. Start running our archers up here. Oh, there's a... I was like, why won't it let me exit the phalanx formation? It's because I had a general selected in there. There we go. Alright, our troops are going to get really tired, but I am going to go ahead and run them up here because I don't feel like waiting 10 years for all this. Okay. I have got all the orders set up to move, so I'm going to fast forward.
Orders completed, Commander.
And here we go. So slowly getting our stuff over here. The phalanx troops are going to be the least quick, and they're going to take a long time to rest. So I'm going to run them into position and just leave the fast forward on so we can rest. Of course, feel free to always use that fast forward to your advantage or pause or whatever you need to do. But in this case, I ran my troops all the way over here, and now they all need to rest themselves, or else they will be a lot less effective in combat. And it's going to take a minute with my pikes. That's a long run carrying a giant Sarissa, and is most unpleasant in the desert heat. If you don't have units that have a like resistant to heat or bonus in desert, like they're going to struggle a little bit whenever you get them out in these conditions and send them running across the map for a long distance there. Let's go ahead and hit play. They are pretty well rested at this point. I'm going to move up, so once again I'm going to do a bit of fast forwarding here, and then I'm going to pop these troops outside of the gates as well, because I can. AI is taking up a position on the hill. I am like not shocked in the least.
Units! Units!
Waiting for orders.
Units!
There we go. So got the units marching out of the gates. And I'm gonna move all this stuff up one more time here. We'll be very near into archer range. They are going to actually have pretty good range. They have some slingers up on that hill. It's not a chariot archer, it's just a standard Egyptian chariot. I'm actually really curious to maybe get a chance to go scythe chariots headlong into all that as well. I'm gonna turn off skirmish mode, turn on fire will. I'm actually gonna come get ready to harass this flank a little. Okay, yep, their slingers are in range.
Units! Loose formation! Units! Run! Units! Run! Units! Attacking out!
Might be their Bedouin archers actually hitting me right there, I think. In fact, I'm pretty certain it is. I've moved my archers into loose formation and scooted them forward. I believe they might be able to open fire at this point. Here, at least one unit opening fire. Yeah, multiple units opening fire. We're under fire here. Someone was shooting at me. I don't know who it is, though. It's not their slingers. Is it? Yeah, it is. Those guys were pitching some stones at me. They are charging me. Hold on, I gotta pause it because I can't get the right units selected. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move up. Whoa! Their chariots are charging me. So here's my opportunity to to catch this. I'm gonna actually head into a denser formation and fall back. Let's hit play. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna find out what happens scythe chariots versus... Oh my gosh, the Egyptian chariots crushed my militia cavalry. My scythe chariots charged into their Egyptian chariots, and I don't think it's going particularly well for me. I can't tell Yeah, we did rout their chariots, so Egyptian chariots versus side chariots with the militia cav blocker went to our favor, but it was an ugly fight. Wasn't something we probably should have been keen to do, but I was, color me curious. I really wanted to see what was going to happen there, so my side chariots did beat the Egyptian chariots. But there was a charge blocker with my militia cavalry, and the militia cavalry paid a dear price in that effort. But yeah, the chariots are brutally good against a lot of units, especially if you're not concerned with throwing away your own units, kind of like the AI isn't here. You'll get a lot of kills. It may not ultimately be of any huge value, but I mean, you will certainly get a lot of kills. I'm gonna attack this slinger unit that's right up in front of me, so I'm gonna fast forward. I've given an attack order on them. The slingers ought to get pretty well massacred by my archers. They'll get a few kills in the process, but they're gonna get taken down pretty significantly. The Bedouin archers is actually the one that I'm a little more worried about. I think it'll be more effective. And they do have a bowman back here attacking me as well. Okay, let's take this pike line forward. And I'm gonna push my archers forward, get in a better firing position. Okay. Okay, bloody pikes in position. Desert Axemen, where's that bow unit? Skirmishers. I can't find that bow unit anywhere around here. I don't even know what I'm shooting at, but I'm gonna start shooting at something. Alright, let's fall back. I know they had a bow unit. Is that it right there? Yeah, okay, now I see it. Let's move up and shoot that bow unit. Alright, got my skirmish cav out there. Oh no! My side chariot went berserk. I don't really know why. We gotta be careful though, we don't want that anywhere near our active troops. Is that a skirmisher? Trying to outflank me here with that desert cav. They may, yeah, run back. There we go. Okay, now they're gonna charge right into the teeth of my phalanx, so well done. Where's that Bedouin? I don't know where that Bedouin cav is. Is that, okay, Bedouin warriors. It looks like they may be charged towards me over there. Okay, the enemy's running off. We're gonna give chase. Alright, time to give chase. And we'll go in here and see if we can get any extra kills on the way out the door. The AI got beaten up enough, though, that they decided it was better to just run away. Okay. Let's go ahead and charge in here. I'm gonna try and just kind of plow ahead here. Give some attack orders, just kind of further route up all these troops. There we go. I think that, yeah, that Desert Axe unit's gonna go.
Now he flees the field like a coward. The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
All right, we're gonna continue the battle.
The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they
I'm gonna continue kind of Operation Mop Up here. Want to kill as many of these Egyptian troops as possible so that they don't have a second wind. to come back after us with. And it looks like we're going to be pretty darn successful, so let's... just a couple of pelt or whatever that is. Eastern mercenaries. Alright. Sweet. Let's exit the battle. That is a very clear victory for us. And then that Egyptian army will be ruined. There's going to be essentially nothing it's capable of in our backline, so I didn't want it to escape away unscathed, essentially. Let's take this army and head back into the settlement. Let's replenish the troops that we can while we're here. We don't have access to archers here, unfortunately. But what we can do is bring this archer unit here, please. And then I can take that archer unit and merge it. So like I can take this archer, merge it with this one. So merge selected units, and I'll take this one, merge it with that one. And take this one and merge it. Okay, and now I can just disband, or actually we can take this. There we go. So all of my archer units should be back up to full strength now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 archer units at full strength. We can disband this unit. There we go. And then I can train another archer unit. I might train a couple there. Keep them coming. Antioch's working on the counselors' chambers as well. Alright, so Susa. Stable. Let's take a look at Tarsus here real quick. Starting to get a lot more city management going on, which, you know, we could work on this, you know, a little more manually, however we want to handle it, but let's take care of some building here. Jerusalem, we still can't build anything. Palmyra, we can. Let's get that extra income from the farms. Halicarnassus cannot have anything built. Bostra can't have anything built, and neither can Jerusalem. So we are building everywhere we can build, and essentially awaiting everywhere else. And I believe my merchants all have missions. We're going to be replenished at Jerusalem, and this army is going to be at full strength to march against Egypt. And then in Petra, we'll be in good shape here soon as well. So I'm feeling pretty good about where we're headed. So the Egyptians were thwarted. Parthian's going to try and lay siege to Seleucia again. It's not going to succeed, and it looks like Pontus has a ragtag army headed towards, I think it's Tarsus. Which again, not going to succeed. The Greeks have a large force near our western borders. I can't remember the name of the city over there right now for some reason. I think Halicarnassus was the new one we took, and I'm trying to remember the name of the other settlement over there. Sardis, my bad. Yeah, so they're going to siege Sardis, and that's going to be a bridge too far for the Greeks there. They're certainly, I mean, unless they are stacked up with like armored hoplites and Spartans, I find it highly unlikely that they're going to succeed in that siege. But I don't know, maybe they are stacked up with those things. We've seen some of the other factions bring some pretty high tier units into combat. Gaul is destroyed, and I mean, who cares? Isn't that like in the trailer for the game, Gods, I Hate Gauls? You know, like I think that's kind of the mantra here. I don't think anybody cares. It's like if the Gallic faction dies in the woods, does it make a sound? You know, that kind of thing. We could actually sally out and defeat that army, and I probably will. I'm going to continue my march out into Arabia. We'll be able to arrive at the last Parthian settlement out there soon. But Parthia does have another settlement to our north. I'm actually going to take that spy out of the settlement because I've gotten the information I need, and I'm now going to head this way with the spy and go gather some information in a new direction. Let's take a look at our agents. 55 denarii per turn, 40 denarii per turn, 413 denarii per turn, so interesting. So I'm going to leave those merchants there, let them kind of keep doing their thing. Hopefully they level up as they're there. I need to be leveling up some agents. Instruction reports. Into turn reports. Stuff. Let's close all this. Jerusalem is loaded with troops here.
My lord, Sir, yes, strategos.
I had one militia cavalry that I didn't get to retrain, and I don't believe, yeah. I can bring these troops down to meet up with their army later, but I'm gonna go ahead and move this force out. So let's take our levy pikemen. It looks like I'll have 6 of those. I may want.
My lord, yes, strategos. Sir, yes, orders, yes, strategos. Sir.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So that leaves a garrison at Jerusalem and gives me a substantial army to take on the road. It leaves me without my chariots, but I can move those up. I'm not super worried about that. Let's push towards Egyptian territory here. Let's see how Petra is doing. Petra is gonna have better garrison here soon. I think I'm gonna train another merchant here and just kind of mess with these and sending merchants out on missions. So Parthia, settlement besiege. Okay, let's go see what the Greeks have. Oh boy, they do have an armored hoplite. Fortunately for me, it looks like maybe only one. There's still a missing unit here, but they do have an armored hoplite. They have Cretan archers as well. Piece of dog crap. Like, that's going to be a problem. Well, we're going to have to let the Greeks come to us then. We don't want to sally out in this position. That won't really be resounding to our benefit, having to go against those types of units. But the good news is we've kind of got the opportunity to have our way with our enemies elsewhere. I'm going to go hit Sinope. Have the 2 commanders here. Thought we could retrain troops here. We can. Let's go ahead. No, they don't need to retrain much though. Let's take our commander, these levy pikes, the archers. 5. Let's take that cavalry. I'll leave the rest of these troops. Let's go see what our enemies are capable of. We may have to siege them out a little over here. And then let's start training a couple of reinforcing troops here. Hey, let's grab a couple of phalanx pikes. Or at least, yeah, let's get 2 of them just for fun here into that army, because it'll be something different for us. And let's take a look once again what we're building. Damascus. We could build the large walls, which would be handy. Being able to train archers is nice. The temples are good though, because it keeps these large settlements happier. We are going to have to start dealing with happiness as their populations start to grow. Bostra can finally build to upgrade to the next level, the next tier of city here. We can build a city barracks at Susa. That would be amazing. An archery range. Susa though, I probably want to over-focus on happiness for the moment, because I don't really need to recruit there, I don't believe. We could get attacked from the north, but I'll have a few units in garrison, so we should be safe. Okay. Take a look at our merch.
Awaiting your command.
So, making 55 denarii per turn. What is this guy doing?
Awaiting your command.
Oh, he's sieged, so I can't do anything with him. That sucks. The rest of them are working, though, so we have one merchant that needs to be pulled out of there.
Your honor.
Can we get across?
Awaiting your command. At once.
I cannot get across there. It's frustrating. I'm going to need a ship. Our port's blockaded by Pontus down here as well. That's convenient. Well, shucks. We'll figure this one out. So Tarsus has that small Pontic army there, but I mean, let's be honest, I doubt that becomes a major threat to us. Got one more unit there just to make sure that they can't do anything serious. And then we might as well push here, because they don't have much to stop me. If I hit Pontus, I can swing this army around afterwards as well. We could hold against Armenia. So yeah, I feel pretty good about our position. I'd love to break the siege at Seleucia. That'll give me more income and then allow that city to continue to build the things that it needs to. So let's fight this, and then I think we'll be done for this episode. Another successful episode. don't know if we've taken anything new on this episode, but we built some towers to get better line of sight in a few areas. We're nearly arrived in Arabia, where we're going to be able to take away yet another Parthian settlement, which again would then allow us to take that army and double back to the north and get busy wiping out Armenia and Parthia on the whole, because we are tired of them. At least I am. I don't know about you all, but I've had enough of them. Let's start the battle. Let's run our hoplites out here. Get our skirmishers in behind. They're gonna move up a little bit to slightly higher ground there. It's about the best they could hope for. Okay, even get myself into position here. What do they got up there? They got slingers. Let's move up. I think I can outrange them. I don't know. They have a slight hill advantage, but I'm pretty sure I can outrange the slingers. Some slingers have pretty good range, like the Alarics and Rhodians. But I don't think these standard slingers are going to have the range they need to contend with me. They were trying to YOLO charge me, but gonna be pushed back here. Alright, I've got my archers shooting at their slingers. Why is their slinger pulling so close to me here? Go ahead, keep running forward. Like I'm here for you, slingers. I don't know what this YOLO charge is all about, but I approve. I not only approve, but I encourage more of it. That was a fantastically stupid YOLO. Alright, there we go. So my archers are doing their thing. Put a few shots into the back of those slingers as they turn. Alright, so their forces are running. And there's not really much I'm going to be able to do to catch them without cavalry on the field, so we're going to have to just let them go, having inflicted the losses that we did. And that'll be acceptable. I guess I should have just charged them so we could have caused them even more damage, but we killed 275 of them to 0 losses, so it's not exactly going to resound to their benefit to flee. And it's going to push them back. Seleucia is getting pretty unhappy because they want this Counselor's Chambers finished. And I do not blame them. It does need to be finished, indeed. There we go. I'll just keep a couple of units recruiting. That'll kind of hopefully help keep it tilted just enough in our favor. Now, we could lower the tax rate there, too. I think that those... Or no, we've already lowered it. I mean, change it to very high and piss them off really bad. These rebels need to go, too. They're going to be causing a little bit of problem there with public order, so we'll need to knock them out. And let's see... Town expands, Bostra, city expands at Sardis, but we can't build anything at Sardis at the moment. Gaul was destroyed. A trait increase. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Got my merchant on the way to monopolize some silver. My diplomat working his way very slowly around the Black Sea and hopefully on to the west. Go over here and monopolize some incense. Parthia right back at Seleucia with a different army this time. And then Tarsus is going to be sieged. So a couple of pointless sieges here by Pontus and Parthia. Neither one of them have any realistic prayer of pulling off a victory here, so we'll need to deal with them. And I will have to do that on the next episode, in terms of dealing with these nuisances. Our income's down because of those sieges. So I want to take care of it. But yeah, when I take a look at... But that sucks too, because we did get another turn of building done, fortunately. They got a bunch of horse archers. I've got archers, though, so we could deal with those horse archers. We don't have to have a ton of archers to be able to deal with them. We just need to be able to deal with them. Armenia kind of trifling here with whether or not they have an angle to get to me somehow. So we might need to go deal with them. But this siege at Tarsus Yeah, it's a bunch of Pontic cavalry, so that's all gonna die as well. The Greeks, like I said, siege me over here. That's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think they have the capability. Meanwhile, I am able to march against the Egyptians now. And Alexandria, the namesake of our predecessor Alexander, is now within our sights, and that's pretty exciting. We have another commander here as well, so we could get this army on the move. Out of Petra. Anyway, I will see you all in the next episode. I feel like we are finding some good success here. We've got a couple of sieges to fight, but we have arrived in the Nile Valley, and Egypt is going to be getting towards its last legs. It depends on whether Numidia still owns this territory, or like if Egypt still owns Cyrene, or if they captured anything out here. It really just kind of depends on what we find. But Egypt could be down to its last few settlements, and these settlements are very lucrative if we can get a hold of them because of their position there in the Nile Valley. So it would really start to solidify us in as an absolute dominant world power here. Gonna begin the siege here. We're gonna maintain the siege. So we've got the Parthians under siege back there. Anyway, yeah, feeling good about where we're at. I will see you all next time. Actually, we'll go ahead and siege here too. Need some towers, this kind of stuff. There. We continue the siege. We'll have to wait out a little bit of this probably. Well, actually, no, we probably won't because they don't have particularly good units. So anyway, we got a lot of battles coming up. I will see you all then. HeirofCarthage signing out.